Hello, another day, another story, and another set of great vocabularies. Also, I'd like to offer you an insight into the world. I strongly believe Korea is an ideal democratic country. We have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Korea has the presidential system of government, 대통령 제도, but Japan has the parliamentary government system, 내각제. Our presidential system is better than Japan's and is very dynamic, or we choose our own leader. Japan, however, is different. The Japanese public do not directly choose their own leader, prime minister, 수상, and therefore it is not dynamic but static. Static, S-T-A-T-I-C, 정적이다. In Japan's parliamentary system, the ruling party, Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, has had more than 50% of members of parliament, 국회의원, members of parliament, or MP in short. The leader of the party automatically becomes its prime minister. They don't have popular votes like Korea. You are the most popular politician in Japan. You don't necessarily get elected prime minister. The Japanese political system never changes. This is static, the opposite of dynamic. The political system defines the mindset of the people in any country. Now we have a good vocabulary here for you. A status quo, S-T-A-T-U-S-Q-U-O, status quo, similar to static. Status quo, 현상 유지, status quo, existing state를 계속 가져가는 것. Japan is always interested in maintaining its status quo. Our Korean system always produces a leader who challenges status quo. Japan tends to choose a leader who values status quo. Now, another vocabulary, maverick, M-A-V-E-R-I-C-K, maverick. The best Korean translation is 독불장군. It's unorthodox, out of the boundary, or idiosyncratic, eccentric, right? 독불장군. So there is a politician in Japan, his name is Kono Taro. He is maverick, also very popular, more popular than Kishida Fumio. But the party chooses Kishida Fumio. Mr. Kishida cherishes status quo. 마지막 공부할 때 end up 플러스 보호 구문을 배웠죠. 리마인드로 꼭 한 번 더 보세요. Now we are going to focus on with 명사 플러스 보호 구문을 해보죠. 아베 똘마니가 되겠다고 맹세한 키시다가 수상 총리가 되죠. 그래서 수상이 됨에 따라 라는 표현을 영어로 해보려면 with Mr. Kishida at the helm. helm, H-E-L-M은 배를 운전할 때 필요한 조종장치, 우리말로 조타장치라고 하죠. 보통 배를 나라에 비유하기 때문에 배 선장은 나라의 지도자로 비유하죠. 아빠가 운전 중이면 My father is driving도 할 수 있지만 My father is at the wheel right now. wheel, 운전대를 말하죠. steering wheel. 그래서 아빠가 운전하니까 나는 자야지. With my father at the wheel, I like to take a nap. 좋죠? 그래서 이 구문을 이용해서 키시다가 나라의 키를 잡으니, 지도자가 되니 With the Mr. Kishida at the helm. With the Mr. Kishida at the helm. With 명사 플러스 보호구문을 쓰면은 문두에서 오면 뭐뭐 함으로 뭐뭐 하니 또는 뭐뭐 하는 상황이니까 나이 든 사람이 코로나 바이러스에 걸릴 위험이 높으니까 with the older people more at risk of COVID-19, they must get vaccinated. With his fame at its peak, 명성이 최고의 이름으로 he quit his job and went home. 지난번에 배웠던 결국 감옥 가다 기억나죠? He ended up in jail. ended up in jail. with를 사용하면 어떻게 되죠? 그가 감옥에 있으므로 with him in jail. I am freer. 그가 감옥에 있으니 내가 어쩌고 저쩌고 할 수 있죠. 감이 오시죠? Please repeat this and listen to this audio file on the subway or on the bus or on the way home. Now let's move on to the next. Owing to its almost one-party system, like North Korea and China, Japan has two major problems: corruption and status quo. These bode ill for democracy. Bode ill. B-O-D-E, ill, I-L-L. Bode ill for democracy. bode는 동사로 몸이 body에서 왔다고 생각하시고 본능적으로 잘 될지 또는 안 될지를 aware 한다고 하면 잘 외워지죠. 그래서 민주주의의 아주 나쁜 조짐이야. This bode ill for democracy. I'll give you another example. She is a Christian, her boyfriend is Muslim, they are getting married. Their religious differences do not bode well for their happy marriage. 행복한 결혼에 좋은 조짐이 아니야. His recent popularity bodes well for his election as a president. 노인들의 고독이 굉장히 사회적인 문제가 되죠. Loneliness is a terrible disease for the elderly. Loneliness bodes poorly for a healthy old age. I was listening to NPR this morning. The news of the day was about this Chinese property company, 부동산 회사 going bankrupt. A Chinese property company, Evergrande, is about to go bankrupt. This bodes ill for the ruling Communist Party. Now, one more vocabulary. Augur. A-U-G-U-R. Augur, if you take a close look at it, augur comes from A-U. A-U is bird, B-I-R-D. Comes from avi, A-V-I. 동서양을 막론하고 새의 behavior를 보고 일흉, fortune, misfortune을 점쳤죠. Augur, A-U-G-U-R. He passed the bar exam. This augurs well for the future of the family. Almost the same as bode, B-O-D-E, A-U-G-U-R. The re-election of Xi Jinping augurs badly for the future of the country. 시진핑이 지도자가 또 재선출되는 것은 이 나라 미래에 아주 불행한, 안 좋은 조짐이죠. The re-election of Xi Jinping augurs badly for the future of the country. Mr. Kishida takes the helm as the new prime minister. This augurs badly for Japan's future. Now remember the story? Korea is an ideal democratic country. We have the presidential system, whereas Japan has parliamentary system. Our presidential system is very dynamic. Japan is different. The Japanese people do not directly choose their own leader. It's not dynamic, very static. Even if you are the most popular politician in Japan, you don't necessarily get elected prime minister. The Japanese system never changes. They always choose a leader who loves status quo. Our system produces a leader who challenges the status quo. With the Mr. Kishida at the helm, the situation augurs badly for Japan's future. Japan ended up with the worst leader ever.